layers. So yesterday we talked about this shape. This was a rectangular prism, so this is not a cylinder. But we talked about how many cubes there were in this bottom layer. We said there was 10. And then we knew that there was 3 layers, so we measured that height in each of those. Do you need a new pencil? You're okay? Okay, so we measure each of those layers up. So it's like we're finding the area of the bottom, and then we multiply it by that height. So as we take a look at a cylinder, it's kind of the same idea here. We're going to measure the area of the bottom, and then we're going to measure it by its height. So when we take a look at a cylinder, what is the shape of the bottom? A circle. So we're going to say V equals, and how do I find the area of a circle? Yeah, you can start passing out. Okay. What's our formula for a circle? It was 11.4? 11.3. Maybe. Yeah, pi times radius squared. So that's the area of the base, which is exactly what we did yesterday. Yesterday we did area of the base, and then we did times height. This time, just our base is a circle. So we're doing pi r squared times the height. Whoa. And that's all it is. Pi r squared times h. So we have one example today that we are going to do because you guys are getting real good at this stuff. So you're just going to glue in that one example. What? The assignment? So hard. Today's easy. Alright, in this formula we should write what those are. Sorry, I got a little distracted. So, for when we work on this, R stands for radius, and H stands for height. So if you want to use 2 colored pencils, you can. So cylinders are only going to change based on their width or their height, but their shape, the idea of a cylinder, never really changes too much. A cylinder is a cylinder, like your glue stick. Your glue stick is a cylinder. Do glue sticks come in different sizes? Yeah. Have you ever seen a glue stick where it's a triangle instead of a circle? No, that doesn't really work because then you won't be able to twist it up. It wouldn't spin up. So cylinders overall are the same idea. They just might be skinnier or wider or taller or shorter, but they're always going to have that circle base. So that's why we only use this formula. So on this first one, what is our radius in our only one? We need to know our radius and our height. Why is the radius 5? Where did you get that from? Good. 10 is the diameter. It's the whole way across, so our radius is 5. Again, if you're feeling like you got that right away, you can just write 5. If you didn't know where we got 5 from, maybe write that out. 10 divided by 2 is 5. When you look back at your notes and you just magically see we got a 5 from nowhere, you might want that written there. But if you are at the point where you've been listening, you've been practicing, you know the radius is 5, you probably could just write 5. All right, and then our height, 8. So volume equals, we plug in a formula, we only plug in parts for our variables. So remember, even though pi is like a variable, it stands for a number, pi is an actual number. So we start with pi, and then it goes radius squared. So our radius is 5, so 5 squared, and then our height. Alright, then at that point we pull up our calculator, we're going to plug that in. Forgot my phone at my desk, so we're going to just do this. I threw it on my computer, so what are we going to get for our answer here? 628.3 or 628.4? Good, 628.3. And then probably the most difficult part today is going to be to figure out how to label this. Are we going to do inches, square inches, or cubic inches? Good, remember we're measuring cubes. Even though it doesn't really make sense to measure a circle in cubes, because a circle and then try to put like square cubes in there, it's kind of confusing, we'll have to chop a lot. But we do cubic, so cubic inches, but we write it with that 3. We say it as cubic. Alright, that's it. Easy peasy.